Oh lordy, we have a lot to do in this episode of Final Fantasy 2. Um, yeah, we're going to do a lot today. We're going to go after the Dreadnought finally. At least I think that's what we're doing. That's what we should be doing. I recorded this a while ago. Yeah, so I've been like, I just got done editing, which is like my favorite thing to do in the entire world. And I don't know, I'm kind of drained from that, so like I'm real happy. I'm real like glad I'm switching gears now and doing some recording for a change. But looks like we're on our way to Altair to talk to the Queen, Princess, whatever. So we doing Sid's airship right now. We're doing it. I like how the land just kind of folds over like that while the airship is taking off. It's not really that far a ways, but I didn't want to like waste my recording time like walking all the way over there. Just I don't really need it. I love this the like rebel theme or whatever it's called in here. Like I kind of just like hang around just to listen to it. I actually did something. I actually like looked it up on YouTube and like was listening to it in the car the other day, which is I don't normally go that far for my video game music, but yeah, that's just how addicting it is. It definitely stays with you, and it's a good thing. In a good way, in a good way. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. So the episode's titled Dreadnought. We finally get to go after this or see this thing. Because I don't think we saw it yet. I think we had like a glimpse of it when I was in the last episode when I was going around to the place like on the world map. But other than that, like we haven't really like I don't know had any sort of interaction with it. Yeah, but I got that shit for you though. I like how it switches up dialogue a bit. With the people, so you always like know what you're supposed to be doing. You don't really ever have an excuse to not know what you're doing. And here we're just gonna give them mithril to this guy, and he's gonna make a whole bunch of new weapons. Accidentally did hit a screenshot there for some reason. These weapons are like really cool, but they're really expensive too. And like another guy, like they hire another guy at the shop to sell mithril weapons exclusively. And I guess it's this guy right here. Yeah, look at all those. Mithril knife, mithril mace, mithril spear, mithril sword. I buy 2 of those. I give one to, Rye. I give one to my guy. And then give one to Guy. Yeah, he uses like an axe, but like I thought, like what's like, is it gonna really be a big deal if he uses a sword for a while? Because it's got higher attacks. Like maybe he could be proficient in both. I think that's like what's cool about this game is that you could, make people like good in multiple areas instead of just one. And that's what I want to do, like with at least one character. Like I want like a well-rounded, at least one well-rounded character. Can't talk sometimes. Also, there, like, I was trying to optimize him. I was clicking the optimize button, but it kept, even though his battle axe, like, the battle axe is not as good as the Mithril, like, because he's better with the battle axe. I guess that's the, like, most optimal combination for him. But I was like, just like, fuck you, no, I want this sword. I want this sword. Here's a whole bunch of Mithril armor. I run out of money. Can't quite afford all of this stuff yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to step outside for a bit and do some grinding, grind up my gil, but then, you know, also do some training as well. Getting the stats up, getting all my magics up. You know, just the typical grind. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and equip this stuff, and then we're gonna go out and grind. So I guess I'll see you when we're done. Okay, so I spent quite a while doing that. I don't know exactly how long I was doing that for, but oops, pop-ups. I don't really know how long I was doing that for, but it seemed like a while. It was definitely a while. It was definitely a good bit of game time I spent grinding things up, and I think I like going and look at my stats just to show like how much I improved everything. See, his HP is at like a max of 500 now. Like I did do a lot. I did do a lot of grinding. I spent like a significant amount of time out there, and I like worked multiple things. I went back to doing went back to doing like having my party members attack each other, because that's like seems to be the best way to get your like your HP up and stuff. Seems to be the best way. This is probably going to be the last commentary I do on this computer. I know that doesn't really make any difference to you guys, but you know, to me, everything's been such an ordeal. To record it, the past week has been like such an ordeal. I've had so many interruptions. Everything's like gone wrong. Even like I think one time trying to record Skyrim, you know, my mic was off the entire time. so like I was playing for a good bit and just found my mic was off, and I was like, you know, fuck, I can't use any of that now. But I recorded the end game yesterday, I think at some point yesterday, so I'm just gonna like throw all that together and post it into like one big video. I think it's like maybe 30-40 minutes, and I'm just gonna like, I'm not even gonna bother splitting it up. I'm just gonna do one big video for the end of that. And now like I'm thinking like now I beat the game, main quest is done. I'm trying to think about like what I want to do in terms of Skyrim. I don't know why I'm talking about it in this video. This seems to be like Final Fantasy 2. These episodes and stuff seem to be like more laid back, where I could just talk about like different things over the gameplay. So I'm thinking for Skyrim, I had like a couple ideas going back and forth in my head about what to do and so forth. But I'm definitely gonna be tackling like a lot of the side content. There's so much content in that game that, you know, you'd have to be crazy to go after all of it. So I'm probably not gonna like 100% it. I don't really do much of that anyway. Like 100% in games, I'm kind of just like a play it until I, you know, finish the main story or whatever, or until I get bored, you know, whichever happens first. But like a game like Skyrim, there's just so much extra content. You know, I have to like at least scratch the surface of it. I have to get some of it done, you know. And the side content in that game, that's what makes the side quests and stuff. That's what makes it, in my opinion. That's like I get the most out of it just doing like all that side stuff. I wasn't too crazy about the main quest. I don't know if that's just me, but I did, you know, read some articles about how people are pushing to make Elder Scrolls 6 whenever that comes out, whatever that's going to be. Like, they want the main quest to be better, like more effort to go into the main quest. And I definitely agree, because it's definitely one of the low points of the game for me. And here I'm just showing off everyone's stats, whatnot. For all those people who are sticklers about keeping track of character stats. Here it is. Minu's got all those useless spells. Half of them I don't even know what the fuck they do. Getting into more fights with the local animal population. Don't judge. Glad we got the canoe though. And here I got gypped. Taking the airship because of. I guess after this battle you'll see. But if you don't already know, if you take the airship, you know, over to the other side of the continent, you can't take the boat. The boat's gone. Like, you can't take the boat because the boat didn't come back over from the other side. So you're kind of screwed. So I'm like, now, damn it! Now I have to walk. I have to walk all that way. Yeah, I could just grind it like on my way there. Well, no, I guess that wouldn't work because I'd still have to do like pick up the mithril stuff. And I think I did get a good bit of mithril. I don't know if I'm entirely decked out in mithril at this point, but I know like a good bit. Like, I'd say the majority of it is of my stuff is mithril shit. So I end up just walking the whole way around. That's not a big deal. I get more experience. I get to do more battles. I can't do the canoe. Can't canoe over that because that's considered ocean or whatever. So canoe does not work, unfortunately. So thinking what we got here. Got coming up. So this is a pretty long trip, which you know, there's could be worse. Where I actually got, I'm just like leveling up magic at this point. Like, why not? Because y'all got pretty good with it. And I'm doing all these spells like, oh, I'm gonna level all these up, but then she just one-shots everyone, so wasted time there. Wasted a couple seconds, maybe like, 5 seconds inputting all those commands when I didn't need to. I should have known that she's pretty fast, so she's not, so she's like usually the one that's gonna go first, but I forgot. And here we are, this is where we need to be. And I think last time I was here, I don't know if I recorded it, if it was on camera or not, but these people were not talking at all. And now they are. So that's cool. I guess for story purposes they couldn't talk, because what's happening to them right now is that the Imperials have them under slavery. This guy they're all like slaves of the Empire, and they're supposed to be building that huge airship, which is like the Death Star. Yeah, these Star Wars parallels are these Star Wars parallels are pretty crazy. The super weapon, the Dreadnought, equals the Death Star. There's the evil Empire, and then the Rebels. Final Fantasy II is pretty much Star Wars. Huh. Would you look at that? I was watching something recently too on YouTube, from on Game Theory. I don't know if anyone watched it. Like, of course, like a lot of people watch it because it's like he's got like 2 million subscribers or whatever. But I don't know if you watch his film theory stuff, but he has one that was released recently about how the Death Star, destroying the Death Star would actually like collapse the economy of the entire galaxy. And so like for the rebels to do that, for the rebels to like destroy the Death Star, they're not like helping anyone, they're actually like making the whole thing like even worse. Even though the Death Star blew up, what is it, Alderaan or whatever? Oh my god. Even though it blew up Alderaan, like it's like the Empire is like keeps things stable. Like there's stability in the galaxy because of the Empire. And I think he makes the point that, like, if you take out like the Emperor and Darth Vader, like the Empire is actually like a force for good. The rebels are the bad guys. The rebels are the ones fucking everything up with their terrorism, basically. Yeah, they're terrorism because they're basically terrorists. That's like back in the day how our founders, not our founders, but in the colonial era, the Americans were like kind of terrorists to the British, but we don't really get taught that in school because it would make Americans look bad if we taught that. It would make our history, that we just like look very bad if that's what we taught in schools. We'd be teaching people that were like pretty much no different from those guys in the Middle East, jihadist or whatever. Now I'm getting into territory I shouldn't probably be getting into. I always do that. I always kind of like am like a kind of on that line of like politically correct. Like I know I shouldn't be talking about certain things because I know it's gonna offend someone, but at the same time, like that's the kind of stuff that interests me. You know, I'm pretty bad at small talk. Just in IRL, like real life situations. Like I don't care really what the weather is, or I don't really care what you do for a living. Like let's talk about politics and religion and like sex, and like let's talk about all this like taboo stuff. Like that's what interests me. So it's probably why I have no friends. But you know, I'm kidding. I've got a few friends. I'm pretty good on the friends front, actually. Yep. But yeah, I probably shouldn't talk about how like Americans were like essentially terrorists back in the day. Back in the day. Also, another thing is like when you're the victors of pretty much like the winners in history, like the victors of the winners of the war, they get to write the history. Like they're the ones writing the history books, so they could say whatever the fuck they want. They could say like how we were the good guys and like the people who lost were the bad guys, and like all that stuff. Like right, the good side won. Blah blah blah. Kind of makes you wonder how fucked up things like. I don't know how like skewed things are. But things are just like, you don't really know what's good or bad. Holy! So this guy looks familiar. Looks pretty familiar, but I don't know. I don't know where he's. I can't place him. Looks freaking familiar. His portrait looks very familiar, but I can't seem to place him. It's the Dark Knight. It's like, I guess he's like not the main bad guy, but like pretty significant bad guy. This is cool. How the Game Boy Advance like does this little cutscene. This probably wasn't in the original port of the game. The original version. You get a good look at like the super weapon that's gonna fuck up all our shit. It's supposed to fuck up all our shit. Oh yeah, I'm remembering what happens now. I'm remembering like remembering what goes on. We got into one battle on the world map. I can't teleport my way out. It seems I can't teleport my way out. I don't know why that is. So I have to go back. I have to go back the long way, but then I catch that. I don't know what possessed me to look back like that, but like I see that door and I'm like, oh, maybe I have to go into that door. Who knows? Maybe that's what I gotta do. I don't even have time to do anything. I just get into another confrontation with a bunch of assholes. So there's a teleporter thing and a chest. That's a pass. That's for that's to get a pass to get aboard the Dreadnought, but like it already took off. We can't really get a border now. Maybe I should have gotten that before or something. I don't know. I see. Like it looks like I did the right thing, but who really knows? Who really knows? Maybe I fucked up the entire game. Maybe I can't make any more progress. Maybe this is it. It's left for Puff. I don't know if I said that before. I like that name, Puffed. Dean's knitting. But we're just going to do this game's version of fast traveling, which means I make a cut and do all the work. But, you know, the next thing you guys will see will be the destination, which I think is Puffed. We gotta go back to Altair. Equip Mirai with a Suna. Yeah, we'll do that. See you in a bit. Alright, and here we are. It looks like the Dreadnought. Holy shit! Looks like the Dreadnought pretty much destroyed this place. All the shops are intact, so that's good. That's good, at least that everything. Everything important is still standing. The weapons shop. Here they sell mithril. I do pick up a axe for Guy, so that's good. Because they didn't have an axe at the other. Pretty sure they didn't have an axe at the other place. So I take this opportunity to purchase that for Mr. Guy. Go ahead and equip that. This place looks wrecked. Going in the pub to talk to Sid. Yeah, he doesn't seem to care. He doesn't seem to care his town just got wrecked. But he gives me... I think he gives me he gives me another keyword, Sunfire, which the Dreadnought is powered by that, but that's probably something I could have also used beforehand. Was that the knowledge, that knowledge? Maybe I could have done something with it. I don't know. Maybe I could have stopped it before it took off. That was pretty inconvenient how it took off, like right when I got there. So I'm not fucking with Sid's airship right now. I'm gonna take the boat because I already got fucked over by that once. Oh, this is easy. It's just a hop, skip away. Just get on my canoe. Get rid of these guys first. Yeah, fuck you. Do 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 do. The encounter rate is kind of annoying sometimes. Like, especially when you're trying to, like, move on with story. This place got fucked up too. No. Again, all the important buildings are fine, but still pretty fucked up. I'd say this town is on a scale of 1 to fucked. It would be fucked. I already got the weakness. That's good. Glad I talked to him. I'm glad I stopped by and talked to him. So Hilda's gonna take Minu probably when I need him most. probably when I need him most, he leaves the party. It's his duty as a white wizard. Alright, Gandalf. Get over yourself. Get over yourself. Now his condition just improved dramatically. So can I have him back? Can he come back into my party now? Alright, so now I gotta go to this new place where I have no clue where it is. Well, we're gonna end it here, and when we come back, we're gonna take on that new place. I don't know how to pronounce that, but we're gonna go ahead and take that on. So I guess I'll see you again. I'll see you then. Bye, Felicias.